Keep watching Amoakohene Online TV. Yay!
Honorable nominee, question has been asked. Can you give us your word that you are going to? My Hema is sitting right behind you. You've managed to bring the whole occupant of the silver stool in Ashanti region here to support you, the Queen Mother. Give your word to the Queen Mother that when you are confirmed, you are going to do your utmost best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The President indeed and the Minister of the previous administration indeed cut sword for the construction of the Swami interchange and the dualization of the adjoining routes, including the Swami to Tafo all the way to Mampong road. Unfortunately, the timelines they gave elapsed because we are assured that the project will be done by the end of 2024. Unfortunately, after cutting the sword got lost and we could not complete the project. Given that, Mr. Chairman, I want to assure the House that I'm going to find the sword and I'm going to make sure that the project is well completed. And as my MP rightly said, I listen if not for anything for the good people of Mampong. Rightly seated behind me is Nana Ajakoma Difie II, the Queen Mother for Mampong Traditional Council. At least that will be a good legacy to leave behind for the good people of Mampong and also for the traditional leaders of Mampong. I work hard and closely with the roads and the sector minister and also with central government in order that we can find funding for the project and complete it.
As I did with the earlier regional minister nominee, I would like to welcome you as well to the club of regional ministers, past and present. I have no doubt in my mind that you will do well in the role. Now, well, babysitter old. I want to take you back on the youth issue because you are very youthful and you are an inspiration, I'm sure, to a lot of youth in this country, including your region, the Ashanti region. Unemployment in this country is extremely high and youth unemployment is quite astronomical in those figures. So I'm sure the youth will be expecting to hear something from their incoming regional minister. You have said a few things about it from Honorable Roxon's question. But as you sit here right now, the youth of Ashanti region are looking up to you as their youthful minister. What would you like to tell them this afternoon? I'm sure they are listening or watching. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As you rightly put it, I have a lot of responsibility to making sure that I create equal opportunities for the youth of Ashanti region. Those who are interested in schooling and need the right financial support to do so, I'll work closely with the GET Fund, the Scholarship Secretariat, the GMPC, in order that they can have access to scholarship opportunities to continue their education. Those who want to learn a skilled work, as I mentioned earlier on, we're looking at getting a fair share of the National Apprenticeship Program. Those who want to explore the areas within agriculture, I'm going to work closely with the sector minister. If my memory serves me right, the Agric Minister made an emphatic statement that he's committed to making sure he makes the agric sector lucrative for the youth. And in so doing, by providing mechanization centers where equipments, tools that are needed for farming are rightly so available. So that if you're a youth and you don't have the needed money to venture into the agric sector, at least you will have that support. Because Ashanti region has huge arable lands that could help and support the youth. My very hometown, Mampong Ashanti, they are much more into carrots farming. Edra, more into maize. Officer North, more into tomatoes and cashew, among other cocoa, especially within the mining areas too. They are much more into cocoa production and cocoa cultivation. Given the fact that the president equally wants to set up a cashew board under the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, I will impress on the sector minister so that we can get that board in place and help make cashew cultivation a lucrative area in order to encourage more of the youth to look at agric as an aspect for job opportunities and employment avenues as well. Again, the rural MMDAs do have lands, but may not have the capital needed to even move into farming. The urban MMDAs do have the capital, KMA for instance, but they don't have the lands. As part of the mandate given the MMDAs, I think under Section 119 of the Local Government Act, they have the mandate to be able to purchase lands within these areas and form more of partnership in order that the youth who are interested in farming and are within Kumasi but do not have the avenue of doing so can have a free access within Central Farm Plains, for instance, that have huge arable lands but still underdeveloped so far as agriculture is concerned. With this, I'm very sure that we should be able to open up the space and make sure that the youth have something doing, and at least they're able to also support their to the developmental agenda of the region and the country at large, so that we'll be able to drive the youth along and also get them to own the developmental policies of the government and the country. So I want to assure the House that I'm not going to overly rely on social media. However, the platforms will be available so that the youth who would want to reach me can still send a message, and there will be a team there who will look at the messages and draw my attention in order that I will be able to assist them where need be. With this said, I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further question?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, so as a regional minister, you are going to be supervising the MMDAs, and with your presence on social media, have you thought of how you could leverage on your presence to enhance local participation in local governance?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think that it is an interesting area that, when given the nod, I would like to explore. I intend to be on the field, as I've been advised to, and spend enough time with the various MMDAs so that we'll be able to not only supervise and monitor, but be part of whatever they are doing. Considering my youthful nature and the fact that most of the youth are on social media, I want to assure the committee and the House that I would make sure I leverage on my following on social media in order that we could get the youth to be actively involved in the activities of the MMDAs. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any further question?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the last one. Minister, you're a doctor, 10 politician. So with that background, what health policies are you going to promote to enhance health delivery services, especially in deprived communities and constituencies like mine? Remember when you were in my constituency, we visited a health center, and you were appalled by the conditions of the health center. So I'm sure the people of Atrebuana are listening. And remember, you promised to come back. So they will be looking forward to seeing you as a minister. So what policies are you going to promote to enhance quality health delivery services in rural communities and constituencies such as mine?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So yes, considering my background, I'm sure that the knowledge I have within the health field is going to help a lot so far as the health delivery services within Ashanti is concerned. Given the question at hand, the underserved communities are either cut off by three major things identified during the campaign. It's either they have no health facility within the catchment area, or they have no good road networks linking them to the available health facility, or the people themselves are not empowered enough with the right information to know when to make a decision to go to the hospital or otherwise. Given these three issues and problems, I'm going to work closely with the sector minister in order that CHIP compounds, health centers would be made available in communities where they have no access to healthcare facility. Given that as well, our secondary level of health provision, that is the district level health provisions, in districts where there are hospital projects where they have not been completed, I'll work hard with the sector minister in order that we'll be able to complete same for the use of the good people of Ashanti region. At the tertiary level, almost half of the northern belt depends on Konfanoche for their healthcare delivery. The Sewua Hospital and the Afari Hospital was to come in, ease more of the pressure on Konfanoche in order that we could help His Royal Majesty Otumfuo in order that we can give it a world-class touch and heal Konfanoche as he puts it. As we speak now, and from the briefing, these two major hospitals are not in use. When giving the nod, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to work closely with the sector players in order that we can assess the state of these two major infrastructural inputs that we will have in our health. Once that is done, I'm sure that we should be able to get it in use so that pressure will leave Konfanoche. Then together with the central government, see how best we can help His Royal Majesty put Konfanoche in good shape. When it comes to the information aspect of it, I would work closely with the MMDAs in order that they would get their public health units all out to embark on health education so that the community can definitely have the needed information to take the right decisions.
Amanson Online TV. Our hope is here.